was shocked. I hadn't thought that that diagnosis would be coming my way, and I had no idea. I was the first person in my family to ever be diagnosed, and I didn't know what it meant for my future or my kids.
I felt like there was a weight just going deeper and deeper into my chest, and I started to sweat. I was afraid the outcome wasn't going to be very good.
I was in recovery, and Dr. Chung came and said, well, she's having a lot of problems breathing and breathing very fast, and so we may need to intubate her. So I was worried. I was saying my prayers.
The voices you hear are just a few of those who've been helped, cured, comforted, and cared for by the staff and physicians at St. Joseph's Medical Center in Stockton. We're fortunate to have such high-quality health care within our own community. St. Joseph's Medical Center provides cutting-edge technology and a compassionate staff. It's this unbeatable combination that pulled high school football coach Mark Miller through the toughest battle of his life. His doctor gave it to him straight.
I said, well, we need to do surgery. I said, well, you know, we just started football this week, and is there a way we can wait till the season's over when it's a little more convenient? And he said, let's put it this way. Right now is the perfect time, because without surgery, you're out of time. So I had open heart surgery on August 26th, and I was back on the football field coaching 7 days later. I've coached 40 years here, and I've coached a lot of teams, but none of them compared to the teamwork I saw at the hospital. I had 58 people work on me at different times during my stay there. And to think if just one had dropped the ball, I wouldn't be here.
For Kriste Merin, St. Joseph's healthcare team provided the support she and her family needed to see her through breast cancer treatment and recovery.
Diagnosis was scary. At the time, my children were, well, one had just turned 4 and one was 20 months old. When I heard cancer and I didn't know anyone in my family with it, I didn't know if it meant that I wasn't going to be around to see them grow up, or they wouldn't have a mom, or if it just meant I was going to be sick for a little while and everything would be fine. And when I sat down with Charlene from the Navigator program, she herself had had cancer when her kids were almost the exact same age as mine, and she was able to help me through that and give me tips on what to say to my kids, what maybe not to say it, ways to help them through it, which was great, because I also didn't want them to be scared when mommy, if she lost her hair or if she was sick. And so she was very helpful with that aspect of it, and it helped us get through it. And she told us that it would probably be a rough road for 6 or 8 months, and at the end we'd be back on track, and that's where we are now, is we're all back on track.
For more than 100 years, St. Joseph's Medical Center has been providing excellent care. Since the beginning, the Dominican Sisters of San Rafael have sponsored the organization and kept the mission at the heart of St. Joseph's. Today, St. Joseph's offers a full complement of medical specialties and is nationally recognized as a leader in quality. In recent years, the Central Valley has experienced such tremendous growth that St. Joseph's is expanding to continue to meet the needs of our community. A state-of-the-art 4-level patient pavilion is under construction and scheduled to open in early 2010. It will include private patient rooms, a new adult intensive care unit, a new neonatal intensive care unit, and a new maternity unit.
So these would be the 3 main pillars of our centers of excellence for this community, which would be women and children's cardiac care and cancer care. And these are very important components of care in this community, and we strongly support this. And I'm very enthusiastic, and I'm happy to be part of it, and I'm looking forward to this additional beautiful space that we will have opening shortly for our patients.
Linda and Kevin Sanguinetti are excited to be involved in the expansion efforts. They see it as an opportunity to give back to a place that has served them well through the years.
I was born at St. Joseph's. It's something that's always been a very special place to me. Our first son was born there. My grandmother, who lived to be 101, was cared for there when she needed care. My father's had a couple surgeries, and he's been there. It's always been a place where you could really trust to have somebody special to you in your family or loved one or friends be in good hands.
The McDonald's saw firsthand what investing in miracles can do. Their daughter, Molly, was 5 weeks premature when she entered this world at St. Joseph's Medical Center.
I knew that being 35 weeks was close to out of the woods, but it was a little disconcerting.
Well, I was quite relieved and comforted by both how involved they have the parents be in the care and how forthright they are. They don't sugarcoat anything. They tell you everything, what's going on and what they may or may not need to do. And their degree of vigilance was extremely comforting to me. And once I saw how they were all interacting, and both with us and with the baby, I felt reassured that she was in very capable hands.
And those capable hands are greatly enhanced by community support and people like the Kavanaughs who believe in St. Joseph's mission of providing the best possible care for this community.
If you're really concerned about future generations, it's a given. You want quality health care, and you want it in a quality hospital. And I can tell you from 17 years on the board, focus on quality is not something new here. It's been here forever.
We're very excited about the new building with 20 new private adult medical surgical beds and 10 private ICU beds. It'll greatly alleviate the problems we have with wait times in our emergency department. In addition, when most of us are fortunate enough to be able to donate in our community, we're hoping never to use the services. And in this case, those beds will be available to us and we'll be able to utilize our services here in this community.
You know, every once in a while people come into your lives that you hadn't planned on, and you just thank God that they were there.
St. Joseph's Medical Center, quietly serving the needs of our community, investing in miracles, one life at a time.
I'm not getting any younger. And hey, it's going to be there when I get to be when I start maturing and I have problems. It'll be nice to know that this facility will be there.